Yeah, absolutely.
Why?
How can you show that you're a provider and that you are someone that is an asset, not a liability? How is a woman going to know that you're just not trying to move in with her because you're homeless? Or, how do you plan to have a wife, children, maybe even a dog, maybe two, to own a home, to be able to stay in a nice, safe neighborhood, like away from DC? Well, unless the National Guard stays there, then you have nothing to worry about. Unfortunately, money can buy materialistic things that feed poor souls, but money is also a piece of currency that people use to build, for things that you do need. So I just think, pay attention to why a woman wants to date you, for not necessarily the resources, but for her to see that she can trust you to be a man in a relationship.
Okay. Molly?
Yeah, I think that men who have a solid foundation are more confident. Usually, that kind of translates into resources. And of course, a woman will want to be with somebody with some type of solid foundation, especially if she's at the point of her life where she wants to start a family, have a home, be able to raise children, XYZ. But I don't feel like a lot of men are thinking that far ahead. That's why they kind of get offended when women kind of come and expect certain things.
Mhm.
Some men are only looking for the vagina, and then a lot of women are looking for long-term stability. And I
Mhm.
think that's the disconnect. That's the disconnect between us.
Yeah. The thing about this, when I hear women like say, "Yeah, I need a man with money." Okay, do you got your money? Do you have something that's conducive that he would actually want to be serious with you, or do you have a baggage of debt? Like, or are you peaceful? Like, so it's like I don't think money is the only thing women should look for when it comes to a man. But then when it comes to women saying, "Oh, I need a man with money," it's usually the women that ain't got nothing going on for them, that ain't got a job, that got a couple kids from different baby daddies, and they want this type of man to provide a
Right.
lifestyle that one, they daddy didn't provide for them, or their baby daddies didn't provide for them. So it's like, you want this from a man, but are you actually adding to his life, or are you going to be taken away from his life? So it's like, I
I
just,
think men that
That's a good point Q is making. And what really bothers most men is that you'll find a woman who makes $50,000 and you make $50,000 and she will say she's better than you. She will say, I don't outdate average men. But mama, you're average too. And then they're like, I'm not going to accept you because you're an average guy. You don't make enough money. But she wants you to accept her kids. Like the double standards are crazy. And to them, that's okay. Like they never sit down to be like, you know what? Maybe what I'm asking for is delusional. So she has two kids from two different guys. She has $100,000 in student loan debt, because remember guys, when you take on a woman, you're taking on her student loan debt as well, especially if you get married. Some of you guys don't think about that.
the women that are most vocal and loud about it, I need a nigga with this and the end with that and all of that. Though that's the indicator that a woman wants your money for herself. She wants to get things to attract other men. So I think that women that don't have to come to the internet or don't have to do certain things, they already attract men that are stable and that are established. So they don't need to go around saying, I need a man that makes six figures and be 6 feet tall and whatever the other six is. So I think we just have to pay attention to the caliber of woman, how she's saying it, who she's talking to kind of gauge, is this a woman that wants to take advantage of you or a woman that wants to assimilate with you?
That's
I think it's
bullshit.
more so his relationship with money. I mean, obviously, we need money to exist. So that goes without saying. I mean, he should be able to, take care of himself, his family, if he has children. But the relationship, and I think most of the time women are looking for the flashy things, the cars, and that to me screams, red flag. I look for men who are a little bit more subdued, a little bit more low key. They have like a better relationship with their money. They have investments. They have their money away in other things besides spending it on flashy things to attract women. So I think, we're so focused on the bag and the dollar, but it's how they handle it. They don't necessarily have to make a whole lot, but they have to have a a good way to manage it.
Yeah. So you say if it's a man is flashy, he's a red flag. But to me, when a woman brings up money, that's a red flag. If a woman gotta ask you what you do, I don't know. I don't like that question. That's something a man should tell me what he did, what he does for a living. I'm not asking that question off the rip. So woman's asking what you do, how much you make, all this type of money questions off the rip. I think that's a red flag. I'm sorry.
It's a big ass red flag. And you know what they do? These days they don't want you, they don't wait for you to get to the date. You know what they do? They ask you, let's say you guys match on a dating app. She's gonna ask you in a dating app, what do you do for work? And then before you know it, you're gonna see, pew! You're like, oh my god, we're just matching. What happened? And she has blocked you already. Just because you're a teacher, just because you said you're a trainer, just because you said just you're a plumber, you're an electrician. She just blocks you. You're like, what? And then maybe later, a couple keys later, oh, now she knows that, you know what? Okay, maybe I can deal with a guy who's an electrician. But by then it's too late. And some guys are doing, they're like, you know what? I'm done. Like when a guy realizes women are rejecting him literally because of his job, it's not like he doesn't have a job. Now, if you don't have a job as a man, now that's different, right? But if you have a job earning money, but it's not like crazy money, and you figure out that women are literally rejecting you because of your money, once that guy gets money, he'll never deal with those type of women. And usually black men go through that. He gets rejected before his come up once he gets money, and then women are complaining, black women are complaining, why is he dating white women? Yeah, you didn't want me when I was broke. Now I have money. Now you think I'm entitled to date you? You didn't want me when I was still driving a bus, but now I got a couple buses. I own a couple trucks myself. When I was a truck driver, you didn't want me. Now I own a company with 4 trucks. Now you want me? Yeah, no.
Like,
I think that's the difference. Q. Asking somebody what they do versus asking what someone's salary is. That's different, because you can ask what someone's contribution to society is. Like, what takes up most of your time in your life? What do you your life to? If you're a plumber, maybe they want to talk about the pipes that you. Well, let me not say that. That's weird. But if you go straight to asking, what your salary is, then that's self-serving. But I think that's 2 different things.
But when women ask,
what's the difference?
When you ask someone what they do for a living, then that's something to start a conversation about. Like, what do you do on a day-to-day? How, like, let's say if someone is a doctor, oh wow, you're a surgeon. Like, then you can talk about how you saved a little boy's life, or if you're an electrician, you can talk about how you almost fell off a pole or something like that, because it's.
I'm saying, like,
what they do.
Let's be realistic. When you ask a person what they do, because nobody says this is what I make, right? In real life.
Mm-hmm.
When you ask a person what they do, usually you're deducing exactly what it is that they make because of their profession.
Exactly.
Facts.
Women do that.
That's what I'm saying. What's the difference?
You mean like on dates? You said person. You mean like
if you ask somebody what they do and they say I'm a corporate lawyer, you can pretty much guess
an estimation of what they make.
You ask somebody what they do when they say that I'm a scrum master. You ask somebody what they do when they say I'm a cybersecurity professional that's been doing it for about 12 years. If you ask somebody what they do when they say, hey, listen, and I'm in AI machine learning, you can pretty much deduce what their financial situation is like, right?
I think, well, yeah, but that's not the intention. You can't say that that's the intention, because if you don't ask what someone does on a day-to-day, someone could be jobless and doesn't pay any taxes, doesn't do a damn thing, and you don't know.
This is why I never ever trust a woman. Ever.
Why? Why would somebody want to date someone? I mean,
because you're being disingenuous.
Dylan, you know.
Like, I would rather a woman just tell me this. Listen, this is why. Like, just be for real. You know what I'm saying? If you could just keep it 100, we know that you're smart enough to be able to ask what it is that you do, because you're also trying to solve for 2 things at one time. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Hi, Rita.
Thank you. You're always doing that, Q.
Dalen playing slow. Dalen, nowadays these women are asking men what they do because they're trying to figure out how much a man makes. And if they don't know the profession, they're going to Google. Okay, so that's what women are doing. Anytime women ask that, I know that's the incentive. That's what they're trying to figure out. How much does this man make?
You know what men should start doing? If a woman asks you what you do for a living, whether it's a date, whether it's through the dating app, as long as she asks you what you do for a living, I don't care if you make $100 million, just tell her I don't know, the worst job you can ever find. I don't know, you clean the streets. I don't know, whatever. I know some of you guys are not going to do it because, when you see that she has a big booty, some of you guys are very quick to say how much money you make when you make good money. But I'm telling you, with the way women really screen for money, I think it's time men, because this same woman who's claiming she asked men the type of job and, because we all know it's about the money. If men start asking women on dates, do you cook? Do you have kids? Are you a baby mama? And things like that, they get offended. Because if any man asks this woman, do you cook? Are you submissive? They're gonna get offended.
Introducing healthy conversation should be reduced to what whores are doing. It's like, well, they're gonna catch on, so we got to stop doing it. No, you can gauge if someone is actually asking you if what you do because they give a damn about what you do on a day to day. I mean,
these women don't care. They want to know what they make.
Oh well, I didn't know we were talking about gold diggers. I thought we were talking about.
We're not talking about
we're
gold
talking about
diggers
women wanting men
I'm
for their
saying that women are smart enough to for multiple things
can be done. Sure, that can be something instead of just coming off too strong and saying, "Well, what's your annual salary?" If you want to bypass that and not come off like you're a gold digger of some sort, then you can, definitely ask what someone does so you can gauge what they.
I always tell guys, always understate exactly what you do. Always understate it. Always never tell a woman when you are successful, always underplay your hand.
But
that's why you gotta tell them you're an entrepreneur.
You always
no, don't say that. Just be like,
I'm an entrepreneur.
be on some regular shit. Just be on some real regular shit, some real like 50, 60K a year shit, and say something,
I'm a janitor at
play it even
McDonald's.
lower than that.
Landscaper.
Yeah, just play it lower than that, but never, ever, ever. If you're not like a real visible person where they can figure it out, like on Instagram or something like that, never tell a chick what you do, bro. Never, ever. Always downplay your shit 100% of the time.
And Molly,
I agree. That's what I was telling you guys. When a woman asks what you do, I don't know, tell her the first job you got. Matter of fact, tell her you work at McDonald's. You'll see how quick most of them will run away from you. I'm telling you, when she's like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" Because remember, even if you don't tell them how much you have in your bank account, how much you make, they got Google. They will search, and then she'll make a decision. Okay, he makes 70,000. Okay, he makes 150,000. Should I stay? Should I go? But right now, like, you need to tell her exactly what you do. Like, after getting to know her for 6 months, the same way women want you to wait 90 days before clapping cheeks. Don't tell a woman what you do for at least 6 months. Just tell her you drive McDonald's, you do, Uber Eats, whatever it is, and then 6 months later you can tell her the type of job you do. Obviously, she may see the lifestyle, but tell her you're a scammer. Something. Anton is right.
landscapers making money nowadays. I don't know what you talking about.
There?
Depending where you at.
Women aren't going to be being extra thirsty for a landscaper the way they would a corporate lawyer.
Facts. 100%. But I always think that that's a setup question. Now, the smart women, I ain't gonna give you all that game, but I think that
Get in the game.
a chick that asks you what you do, always downplay that shit.
That's why women should wait till he asks you what you do, and then you tell him, it's like, okay, what about you? That's what you got to do.
Still asking.
No, but he opened the conversation up.
Oh,
He opened the question. Yeah, he started with the question, but that question, I don't know. That's a weird question for women to ask. There's so many other questions you can ask a man to get to know him in different levels than just like that question off the rip.
I think if a man said, I had a tough time at work today, and he took you out for coffee, and you're like, "Oh, really? What do you do?" That's a follow-up question to a statement. I think that's perfectly fine to ask. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Oh, you had a rough day.
Tell him you're a teacher. Tell him you're a teacher.
That's not even good enough. That's good enough.
High school teacher.
Teacher is good. Tell them you drive, the trash pickup, you do trash pickup. Tell them you work at McDonald's. Tell them, what are those jobs they don't like? You're a custodian, you do security. Yeah, tell them that the jobs I'm not saying those are bad jobs. For me, any job that a man uses to earn a living is a good job as long as they're not committing a crime. But the jobs women think are so below them. I mean, they already think electrician and plumbers are below them. So, but tell them those really, really jobs they think are so bad.
It's commendable.
Cool.
You're not fucking with no high school
Fact.
teacher. Taylor. Come on now, let's keep it funky now. Let's say I teach third graders. You gonna give up the box? No,
She's not.
Yes, they are. Listen, bro. If you could tell her that you're a
There's
teacher,
teachers that are married.
if you can tell her that you're a teacher and you can still knock her down, then that's you'll win.
True.
Have women asked you guys off the rip that question, and how did you take it?
You just know she
Men.
about the money the moment she asks.
No, y'all speaking once.
They don't know because they taking them for coffee, so they don't even show up. They don't even know.
I ain't taking them for coffee. I'm taking them to Starbucks.
That's coffee.
What I'm talking about. They serve more than coffee. I'm just
Starbucks get a little expensive though. Like
you ain't lying.
Starbucks is expensive.
You
I don't
ain't
even drink
lying.
coffee.
Yes, coffee is very.
Or tell her that you work retail.
Yeah. Walmart.
Oh, you most definitely ain't gonna get the box then.
Tell her you work retail.
But by your logic, Anton, that doesn't matter. From what you said earlier, that don't matter.
But it pushes the conversation forward.
To expose you're a liar.
Okay, so I lied about working at Walmart. What difference?
Now a woman can't trust to move forward with you because if you'll lie about your profession, you'll
That's
make
a fact.
criminal background. You lie about
Women always be crying
I
about
guess
liars.
the thing that you
Not
that
true.
I guess the thing that I'm trying to understand is why would we give a fuck? If you listen, if you like me, you rolling anyway. It doesn't matter. If you don't, then you're looking for a reason to dismiss me anyway. Either way, I win because either I minimize the amount of time that I spend on you trying to get you, or I knock you down anyway. But either way, it's a win. It's a win-win situation. The only people that lose is the people that's afraid to not lose her. If you scared of her not calling you back, or you scared that she gonna block you, or you scared that she not gonna like you no more, those are the only losers. There is no losing situation for me.
Tell her you.
Unfortunately, most men fear losing women. I'm gonna be honest. Even if what Anton is saying is right, but most men, because they struggle to get dates, because a guy will get literally like 20 matches on a dating app, and maybe 2 women will want to go out with him. Even those 2, one of them will ghost, not show up. The other one may cancel and maybe show up the next time. And then he meets her, she has a big booty, and then he's gonna try to really see her. Like, even if he sees all the red flags, but because he has been struggling to get even just one date, he's gonna be like, you know what, man, I've been struggling. I'm starving. Like, most guys will go. But he's right. Like, it's better to just tell them, you don't tell them exactly what you do, and later on, if they feel offended because you're trying to protect yourself, then I guess that's not the woman for you. But the truth is, it's tough out here. Most women care about money. Actually, I'm gonna say 99.9% of women care about the money. Maybe they don't care about the money now, but they will in the future. So if she tells you she doesn't care about your money right now, let's try in the future when she needs $1,000 because her car broke down and she asks you their boyfriend. Because some women are smart. In the beginning, they'll act like they don't care about your money. But then when you guys get into a relationship, now she knows she has you, and it's like a commitment. Now, if her car breaks down, if her kids need some help, if her mama is sick, that's how they get you. Her birthday and things like that, eventually you're gonna have to come out of some money. But what do you guys think about that? Link down below to Anton Daniel's channel.